Hey everyone, welcome back. Today's flow is a practice that is centered around finding your way. So I know sometimes we get a little bit lost or we start to follow someone else's path, and this is an opportunity to kind of find that internal compass and come back to yourself. We're gonna get started on our backs. You'll need a strap, definitely, or a scarf. And you'll want to make it into a loop like this. So you have a tail and then two blocks. You're gonna come onto your back. And we're gonna start in Supta Baddha Konasana. So bring the soles of the feet together and let your knees butterfly open wide, and just bring one hand to your belly and one hand to your heart. And already when you kind of place your hands on your body, you're just sort of dropping into that sense of feeling and connecting to yourself. The heart is this space that we want to lead from. And same with the belly, the gut, that deep knowing, that feeling of what's right for us. No one else but ourselves. Breathe into those spaces. Again, deep breath in. Open mouth. Great. And I want you to just notice how far your knees open. It doesn't matter. But you'll notice there's probably a gap between your thighs and the ground. So that's your external rotation. So we'll revisit this on our backs and standing, and you'll notice that your leg isn't going to come all the way out to the side, because that will move the pelvis. So we keep the pelvis neutral and the femur bones just roll out from there just to that place, and we all have a different sort of degree of opening. It's nothing to stress about. You're just noticing it. Grab your strap, place your feet down, and then you're going to take the strap around the ball of your right foot and place your left hand to your left hip. And you just have the tail of the strap so that you're not reaching. Head is heavy, tailbone heavy, spine is long. Extend your left leg. Roll the left inner thigh down. Press the left thigh bone down. Take a deep breath in and stay for the exhale. Press your right hip crease away and just breathe into the back of the leg. One more breath here. And out. You're going to slowly rotate and extend your right leg out to the right. And remember, you're not bringing it all the way down. Otherwise, the left hip will lift. You want to keep that left hip and thigh grounded. So I like to say my cue is usually about 45 degrees. That might be a little bit more, but notice if that hip or thigh lifts. And then continue to anchor into yourself so you never lose your center. Deep breath in. And a full breath out. Again, inhale. And exhale. Good. Lift all the way back up. Good. And then just remove the strap. Place your right foot down. Other leg. Place the foot into the strap. So your hand's on the tail of the strap, and then place your right hand to your right hip. Extend your right leg long. Press your left hip crease and thigh bone away. And then anchor into your right thigh. Inner thigh wraps down. Toes flex. Heel and calf press down. Inhale fully into the back of the leg. Good, deep breath in. And then we start to open the leg over to the left. And again, you're not letting that right hip drop. So anchor your right leg. Stay centered in yourself. And just let that femur bone move in the hip socket. Good, one more breath here. And out. Good, come back to center. Good, and then release. Hug both knees into your chest. And just take the strap to the side. Roll up and down along your spine. And come all the way onto your shins. And I'm going to face away from you so you can see my back. You're going to take your hands to the base of the skull. Soften the front ribs down. And then from here, float your hands away so your elbows go back. And your back muscles are engaged. Slowly take the arms into a Y. Keep extending through the fingers. And then spin the palms back. Yeah. And then take the hands, take that circumference of a circle, hover the hands at the low back, bend the elbows, and they're hovering away from your lower back. Good. Release the arms and then lift. Good. Release the arms. Good. Lift and hover. Draw your shoulders back. And release. One more. Lift, hover. Extend your arms low and wide. Good, and as the arms come up, slowly rotate the palms forward and you're coming all the way back to the start position. Hover your hands and then release. So you should start to feel your shoulders. Take your hands and elbows to hover. Extend the arms wide, reach through the fingers. Spin the palms back and then start to draw that full circumference of a circle. Try to hover opposite hand on top. Good, so we'll switch it. Extend the arms low and long. Good, and then hover opposite hand on top. Good, low and long. Bend the elbows, opposite hand on top. Good, release your shoulders forward. So from the side, you'll see, you'll draw the shoulders back and hover, and then release. So the shoulders draw back, all your back muscles engage. And release. One more, lift, hover, and then you keep the back engaged as you extend the arms long and start to draw that full circle all the way back. Palms face forward, hands hover at the base of your neck, and then release. Let's do one more. Elbows back, hover the hands. Good, extend your arms. Spin the palms back. Good, and slowly take the hands behind you, hover, bend the elbows, release the shoulders, and then lift and hover. And release. Again, lift, hover, feel all your back muscles engaged. So the shoulders draw back and release. Last one, lift, hover. Extend the arms long, circle them all the way back. Hover the hands at the base of your neck. And then release. You should start to feel your shoulders nice and heated. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Deep breath in. And out. Actively press away to lift the shoulders. Keep your right shin as it is. Step your left shin or left foot back so your right toes intersect the left arch. Right hand in line with the right knee. Reach your left arm up and over. Squeeze your right hip in. So it's a modified side plank. Soften those front ribs in. Squeeze your right hip and then spin the chest and then start to arc into the spine. Press into your right hand and lower your left hand down.
Lower your left knee. Just switch sides. So nice and simple. You're just setting that foundation so you have somewhere to always come back to as things become more complex. You never lose your center. Reach your right arm up and over. So the right foot, left knee, left hand are all in the same line. Squeeze that left foot in so the butt isn't behind you. Spin the sternum to the ceiling. Maybe look past your right arm. And then press into your left hand and start to round into your side body. Side body stretch. Oh, feels so good. Oh, the space between the ribs, they get stuck and tight. And lower your hand down. Lower your knee. Walk the hands, one hand span forward. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Relax your neck. Actively press away. And lift the pelvis. And press your thigh bones back. Breathe in. And out. Inner thighs spin back, inner heels widen. Your spine gets nice and long so you can feel the size of your waist stretch as your hip creases lift. And then lift your heels and stroll forward. Stroll forward all the way. Feet just behind your hands. Breathe in, halfway lift, lengthen. You can always use the blocks under your hands. Firm the outer hips in. And then exhale to fold. Circle the arms wide. Press the palms above your head. And pull the thumbs through the heart. Release the arms by your side. Sun A. Inhale, circle and rise. That full circumference so you feel the shoulders warm as you take the circle. Take that heart forward. Firm the outer hips in. Hands placed by the feet. Pull the chest forward. And step your right foot back. Step your left foot back, plank. Press away to lift the shoulders. Thigh bones lift. Bum, you squeeze it. You feel everything engage when you do that. And then slowly lower all the way to your belly. Point your toes, hands by the ribs. Lift your chest into cobra. And release. And you can press to your knees or to plank. Downward facing dog. 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Good. Lift your heels and walk forward. I like to walk forward with my heels. It wakes up the backs of my legs a little bit more. Feet either behind or between your hands. Pull the sternum forward. Keep the shoulders drawing down the back as you fold, Uttanasana. Circle the arms wide. Lift. Firm your legs. Squeeze your butt, outer hips. Pull the thumbs through the heart. Release your arms by your side. Inhale, circle, lift, merge, and get longer. Exhale, fold. Hug the sit bones together. Breathe in. Firm your legs. Step the left foot back. Right foot back, plank. Actively press away. Lower as one unit all the way down. Point the toes. Lift the chest, cobra. Stay or just press into upward facing dog. Just listen to your body. You modify if you need. Downward facing dog. 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale 1. And follow your own breath. Right? It's about finding your own way. Trusting the count of your breath is the perfect pace for you. I'm listening to mine. You are listening to yours. But we're doing it together. Lift your heels. Start to walk forward. There's no rush. You go again at your own pace. The perfect rhythm. Breathe in, lengthen. Exhale to fold. Lift all the way up. Hands through the heart, release the arms by your side. Inhale, circle, lift. Continue, sun A. Get into your rhythm. Feel that pace, the perfect pace. Inhale, half lift. Right foot and then left foot. So you're just remembering, creating evenness, right and left. And then you can lower to the belly or to chaturanga, cobra, or upward facing dog. Pin the shoulders back. Downward facing dog. Breathe in. And breathe out. Inhale. And exhale. Making the unconscious conscious. That's yoga, the breath. Noticing it. Good. Lift your heels, walk forward, step or jump. And when you arrive, you take your Ardha Uttanasana, half lift. And full. Keep the collarbones wide. Circle and lift all the way up. Press the palms above the head. And then circle the hands all the way back to the heart. However you arrive. Sometimes I just do it differently. Whatever comes to me, I do. One more round. Inhale, circle and lift. Exhale, fold. Not being too fussed if you do things differently. Day to day. Sun A to sun A. Step to plank or jump. And then we lower, chaturanga, upward facing, downward facing dog. 3 breaths, your pace, your rhythm. Sometimes silence is good. You have to learn to listen. What's there in the silence? Trust yourself. Lift your heels, step or jump. Breathe in, lengthen. And then exhale to fold. Arms wide, lift all the way up. And then pull the thumbs through the heart, release the arms by your side. Bend the knees, arms by your ears. Sit low and lower and lower. Lean the upper body back. Good, and fold. Find space in all 4 sides of the torso. Step or jump. Upward facing to downward facing dog. Moving through a rhythmic Surya B. Lift the heels, lift your right thigh. And draw your knee to your chest. Step through between your hands. Come to your fingertips. Breathe in, heart forward. And exhale, straighten your front leg. Rebend, place the back heel down. Warrior 1, inhale. And exhale, circle the arms down. So it's a little bit quick. Find your pace. Step the right foot back. And move lower halfway. Upward facing. Downward facing. And you always choose your flow. Lift your heels, lift the left leg. Thigh to rib cage, step through. Inhale, we bend, lunge. Exhale, long pyramid stretch. Left hip crease back. Always welcome to use blocks. Bend the front knee, back heel down. Reach your arms up, breathe in. Warrior one, right side body forward. Breathe out. Lower. Step plank. Inhale. Lower. Chaturanga. Urdhva. Adho Mukha Svanasana. And you just repeat. Lift the heels, lift your right leg. So there's a bit of continuous movement. Knee to chest, step through. Fingertips bend. Inhale. Exhale, straighten your right leg. Bend the knee. Place that back heel down. Rise up. Warrior one. Left side body forward. Lift the front line of the pelvis. Circle the arms down. Step to plank. Inhale. Lower chaturanga. You find your flowy me. Downward facing dog. When you arrive, next side, lift the heels, lift the left leg high, breathe in. Draw the knee to the chest, step through. Inhale, little runner's lunge. Exhale, pyramid stretch. Bend the knee. Place that back heel down. Rise up, warrior one. Deep in the front thigh, lift the back of the heart. And then circle the arms all the way down. Step to plank. Move through your flow. And when you find downward facing dog, you'll do that one more time on each side. Trust yourself. Make it up, add something, lose something, forget something. You just keep moving. Right leg into the chest, step through. Take your movement of lunge, breathe in. Straight into long pyramid. Warrior one. Your pace. Move through your flow. How nice to just move on your own. To not be over-guided. Left side. Maybe closing your eyes. Downward facing dog. Deep breath in and out. Lift your heels, look forward and bend the knees, step or jump. Inhale, lengthen. And then exhale to fold. Bend your knees, reach your arms by your ears, chair pose, Utkatasana. Stand all the way up. Good, keep your arms lifted, separate your feet hip-width distance. Grab your left forearm with your right hand, yeah, like that. Take a big breath in. Good, and then take a side bend to the right, pelvis moves to the left. Good. Stay there, squeeze your butt. And feel that stretch into the left side of the body. These parts that are hard to kind of access when our arms are by our side all day long. Lift all the way back up. And switch sides. Left hand to right forearm. Deep breath in. And hips to the right. Bend over to the left. Squeeze your legs, squeeze your butt. Pelvis to the right. Might feel sticky, and that's good. You found something that needs a little bit of love and attention, and what a gift that is to know where to go. Come all the way back up. Release the arms by your side. Bend your knees, arms by the ears. You can hear the intensity in my breath. It's hard to teach and do at the same time, but it's a good little practice. Exhale, fold. Good. Breathe in, halfway lift. And step or jump back, flow. We meet. Downward facing dog. Left foot down, lift your right leg up, breathe in. Knee to your right tricep, squeeze. Lift it up and back, feeling a little bit more fiery now. Good, knee to your left tricep. Tapas is that discipline. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Pull the knee into your chest, step between your hands, back. Heel stays lifted, bend into your front knee, inhale. Exhale, straighten your front leg. Bend your knee, back heel down, widen the feet a little bit. Reach your arms up, warrior one. So repetition is so nice. And from there we build on. Take the hands behind your back, interlace, punch the fist down, lift your chest. And exhale, humble warrior. And this is to symbolize surrender. Sometimes we have no idea what's next or where to go. And can you just surrender to that not knowing? There's an element of trust and an element of divine timing, an element of magic, and an element of not being able to control everything. So you're patient in the in-between moments, in the transition. Release your hands, come up halfway. Take your left hand, one hand span forward, spin all 10 toes to the right, reverse Skandasana. You can either stay high or drop the hips and reach your right arm back and feel that nice little booty release. Lift your right arm up and over, but come over to the left, high Skandasana, bend your left knee, reach your arms out to the side. Inhale, get into that right inner thigh, deepen into your left leg. And then come all the way to the center, wide ankle. Parallel your feet on the mat. Good, and then breathe in, hands to hips. Exhale, stand all the way up. Good, reach your right arm up. Bend your elbow, grab it with your left hand. Press your skull back so the chin is level. You stay here or take the left hand behind you, spin the palm back. You might use your strap or your scarf. Walk the hand up the middle of the back, clasp the fingers or grab whatever you can. Press the head back, draw that left shoulder, head back. Deep breath in, firm your legs, pull your feet towards each other, and then you're making a little arc, so you're drawing a circle with your right elbow forward, a little semicircle. So that means you're staying long, you're not dropping. Pull the chest forward and draw that full circumference of the circle with your right elbow. Press the skull back. Good, one more breath. And then slowly take your arms out to the side. Keep the chest open. Feel the blood flow back into your fingers. And then release your hands down. Walk your hands back to the top of the mat. Frame out your foot. And then we're going to slide the left foot through. So you thread it through until you come onto your butt. Keep the left leg lifted. Reach your arms forward. So you're in like a Navasana variation. Good. The right foot's going to stay down. Extend your left leg, lower your lower back. And then lift back up. Pull that left shin towards your face. Good. Lower. And lift. Again.
lower, and lift. Good, you're gonna place that left foot down. Here we go, chair pose. Come forward, lift your hips, chair pose. And then exhale, fold. Breathe in, halfway lift. Step your left foot back. Left hand, one hand spin forward. Spin all 10 toes to the right. Keep the hips lifted. Good. And then side plank. Step your right foot back. Good. Bend your knees. Try to place your feet flat and then reach your arms up and over. Maybe your right leg hovers. The left big toe continues to press down. 3, squeeze that left hip. 2, lower your right hand down. Plank, breathe in. Move through your flow. What do you mean? Downward facing dog. And down dog is like coming back home. You've heard that before. Home base. Coming back to center. Coming back to this place where you're comfortable. When you don't know where to go. A place you feel safe. A place of refuge. Deep breath in. And out. Lift your heels. Lift your left leg high. Knee to your left tricep, squeeze. Lift it up and back. Knee to your right tricep and squeeze. Lift it up and back. Knee to your chest, squeeze. And step through between your hands. Breathe in, deep lunge. Exhale, straighten your front leg. Bend the knee. Set up the feet a little wider. Back heel melts. Warrior 1. Breathe in. Lift the back of the heart and the front of the pelvis. And then take the hands behind your back. Guide the knuckles down. Draw the shoulder blades together as the chest lifts. And then fold inside of your left leg. Squeeze that left hip in and relax the base of your neck. Surrender. Devotion. Sometimes it's being honest that you don't know the way. You don't know what's next. And to be okay being right there. To not have to have all the answers. Release your hands, lift up halfway. Right hand, one hand span forward. Spin all 10 toes to the left. You keep it high or sink the hips. Oh, feels nice and juicy. Reach your left arm up and over, thread it through. Spin to the right, bend your right knee. Take the arms wide. Good, sink into the hips, get low, feel that inner thigh stretch. And then come all the way back to center, parallel your feet. Breathe in, halfway. Good, hands to hips, stand all the way up. This time, left arm lifts, bend the elbow, take it with your right hand, press your skull back. Good, the left elbow lifts, and that might be enough. Or you can take the strap or just take your right hand to the right. Spin the thumb down, palm back, and start to wiggle your right hand up the middle of your back. Find your fingers, find a grip, or your shirt or your scarf. Press the skull back. Soften the front ribs down. Breathe in. Good, and then press to your feet. Lift your knees as you start to draw the circumference of a circle. Left elbow goes forward. Notice if your ribs are flaring or your head is drooping. Press the skull back into your forearm. And when you get about halfway, you just breathe. Deep breath in. And a full breath out. Good. Release your arms out to a T. Feel the blood flow back in. Let the sensation dissolve. and then lower your hands. Walk all the way back to the top of the mat. Good, and then we're gonna thread the right leg through until we're in Navasana. Left foot stays down for support. Point your right toes, big breath in. Slowly lower, extend your right leg, and then lift back up. Try to kick your shin to your face. Lower, and lift. Again, lower, and lift. Okay, right foot down, chair pose. You got this. Try to squeeze the knees together. Maybe they just need to separate. Maybe you use your hands, okay? Come to your chair. Deep breath in. And then fold over your legs. Half lift. Step your right foot back. Deep lunge. Right hand, one hand span forward. Spin the toes to the left. You can stay high here, or left foot meets the right. Squeeze the legs, bend your knees so the feet flatten. Good, notice how my knees are bent, the right foot's flat. And then as you straighten, maybe that left foot hovers. Good, take your left arm overhead, little side body stretch, right big toe, anchors down. Lower your left hand, breathe in. Flow. We meet downward, facing dog, home, sweet home. Deep breath in, and out. Good. Lift your heels, look forward, step or jump. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale to fold. Grab your strap. Good. And then stand all the way up. So this is where we're going to use the loop of the strap that I talked about. And the feet face forward, they're parallel. Hands to hips. Start to shift the weight into the left foot. And then take the strap around your right foot. And the strap has to be on the foot because we're going to need it later. It stays on the foot the whole time. Start to extend your right leg forward. Maybe you even have your hand in the strap if you have the space. Press your left thigh back. Drop your right hip down. Squeeze your left glute. Deep breath in. Start to extend your leg over to the right about 45 degrees. So remember when we were on our backs and our knees opened wide, they weren't all the way to the side. What happens is that presses the left hip forward. Left thigh back. Open the chest. Breathe in. Good. Come back to center. Hold on to the tail of the strap and slowly slide the foot down. Yeah? You release the strap, but stay standing onto the right or onto the loop. Start to come forward, hinge. We pass through warrior 3. Left thigh bone lifts, hinge at your right hip, pull the chest forward. And slowly bend your right knee, step your left foot back. Hands frame your front foot, bend into your right knee. And exhale, straighten your right leg. Let it bend into your right knee. Good. You're going to spin that back heel down. Good. And you're simply going to bend into your right or your left leg. Take the arms out to the side. High Skandasana. Good, and then we come into low Skandasana if that's available. Start to drop through your right sit bone. Maybe the hands come forward. Open the chest, flex your right toe. Good, and then lift your hips. Bend your right knee. Anchor your left toes in. Good. You're gonna bring your right forearm to your right thigh. Reach your left arm up and over by the ear. Spin the chest up. Modified side angle. Good. Maybe your right hand lowers inside of your right leg. Squeeze the right hip in, and then take your left ribs back so they stack on top of your right ribs and your right thigh. You can always use your block. Again, deep breath in. And out. Lower your left hand down. Good. And you're gonna lower your left knee down. Take the block inside your left foot, sit down. Lots of props. Good. And then you have the foot around the strap. You can either take just your foot, or you can take the strap, the loop, and you start to extend the leg. Notice if you're really leaning back, try to lift your lower back. Lift the sternum. Big breath in and out. I love mixing in a little seated posture. Place your right foot forward. Get the block out of the way. Lift the back knee. Here we go. We're going to spin again into our low skandasana. Bend the left knee, lower the right sit bone. Stay here, or right hand to the shin. Reach your left arm up and over. And you have the strap there available if you want to take the side bend variation, or you grab the foot. You might be here, you might be up here. Beautiful. And then you take the elbow back, spin the chest through. Deep breath in. And out. Release the strap. Keep it around the front foot. Bend into your right knee. Back heel down. And now both of your hands come inside of your right leg. Listen carefully. Take the right hand to your left outer thigh. Left hand is to the strap, and you start to spin your chest. And I call this bound humble. It's also like a weird side bend, humble side angle. Sometimes you discover things when you just try something new. If you don't know what to do, do something new. Do something you haven't done before, and be willing to be surprised. Be open to the possibility. One more breath. And slowly release. Frame the foot. Just straighten your right leg. Nice half split, feels good. I know it feels good to bend the leg. Rebend into your right leg. Left hand down. Good. Lift your back thigh. So you choose your variation of side plank. This will be our final variation. You can either spin the toes to the right, right arm up, step the right foot back, or bend your left knee. I have my right hand in the strap. Place the left foot down, and then start to extend the right leg to the ceiling. Good. Big breath in. And out. I'm just going to release the strap. Step the right foot back. Option to move through a flow. What do you mean? Downward facing dog. Originally, this class was like 2 hours. Don't worry. Deep breath in. And out. Okay, look forward. You can step or jump. Half lift. And release. And take your strap. Hands to hips. Stand all the way up. Going to move to the other side. So right hand to right hip. Loop the strap into your left foot. And then slowly extend your leg. Press your right thigh back. Squeeze the right hip in. And then drop your outer left hip down. So you have Tadasana in the whole body except the left leg is extended forward. Deep breath in. Take the leg over to the left. Keep pressing your right thigh bone back, squeezing your right hip in. So you never lose your center. You're just moving from it. Come back to center. Have the tail of the strap and slowly lower your left leg down. Release the tail, hands to hips, and then begin to extend your right leg back. Warrior 3, left thigh bone back, and then begin to bend into your left leg. Hands down, lunge, breathe in. Exhale to straighten. Bend your knee. Walk all the way over to the right. High Skandasana. Bend your right knee. Take the arms to the side. Stay high or go low. Drop into the hips. Keep the chest open. You can always use your hands for support. Deep breath in and out. Walk the hands forward. Spin the right toes in. So warrior 2 or side angle feet. Left forearm, left thigh. Reach your right arm over and find a long line from the back heel through the right fingertips. Lift out of the left shoulder and squeeze your left hip in. And stay or slide the left hand inside of the left foot. You can use a block or the floor. Good. And then extend the left side of the waist. So both sides of the waist are the same length. Right ribs on top of left ribs on top of left thigh. Good. And then lower your right hand down. Lower your right knee. Slide it in. Bring the block inside of your right foot, lowest height. Sit down. And so the right leg's in Virasana. You can simply begin to extend your leg. You can have the strap, might be further away from you. Keep lifting your lower back, lift your chest. Good, and then just release, step onto the strap. Move the block out of the way. We come back into low Skandasana. Bend your right knee, lower the hips. Flex your left toes. Stay here or left hand to the right ankle. Reach your right arm up and over. Find the strap or your foot. And I want you to not have that elbow super bent. So you walk the hand down the strap so that the right arm bone is by your ear. You have more space than you think. And again, right ribs on top of left ribs on top of left thigh. Same line, stacking vertically. One more breath. And then just release, walk the hands forward. Final variation of side angle or bound, all those words. Mumble jumble, left hand inside of the left foot. Okay? Take your left hand to the right thigh. Like to grab the outer thigh, maybe you grab the hip. Bend into your left knee. And then again, the tail of the strap is shorter than you think, so that your arm stays by the ear. Rather than your elbow super high, walk your hand down the strap. And then right ribs on top of left ribs on top of left thigh. Bend into your left knee. Scoop the left sit bone under. And then release your hands. Lower the right knee. Straighten your left leg. And just enjoy half split. Final variation, bend your knee. Good. Place the right hand down, lift your back thigh.
side plank. And spin the toes to the left, bend into your right knee, place the foot flat if available, and then start to extend your left leg up to the ceiling. Press down through your right big toe. And then slowly release the strap. Step to plank. Move through. Upward facing. Downward facing. Deep breath in. And a full breath out. We're just gonna slide through. Come onto our backs. Hug the knees into the chest. Deep breath in and out. Okay, take the right thigh on top of the left. Gomukhasana or eagle legs. That hug your knees in. You can grab opposite shins. Or you can grab the feet. I like an undergrip, like you're, actually the overgrip is like you're riding a bike. Undergrip is just to keep the shoulders a little bit more open, chest open. Take the right hip forward and feel all that love into the hips. And we did some crazy stuff. And so we have these moments of stillness where you just come back to yourself. Because life is a little bit crazy and can take you to some interesting places. Sometimes the best feeling is coming home. Remember how good it is to just be at home in your cozy space by yourself. You can do whatever you want within those four corners, four walls. It's a place to experiment, to try things on, to just be yourself. Keep the legs crossed. We'll come into a twist. Take the knees over to the left. Right shoulder down. Eyes are closed. Let the breath anchor you into this moment. Come back to center. And then unravel your legs. Take the left thigh on top of the right. Hug your knees in. And you might grab opposite ankles, shins. I like my feet at the same height. And then take your hands to your feet if that works, or your shins. Whatever is available to kind of get a juicy stretch into your hips and your lower back, all these places that we just really strengthened and worked, giving them a little passive stretch. And then keep the legs crossed and just drop your knees over to the right.
Press your left shoulder down. Two more breaths. Come back to center. Place your feet down. And come into Shavasana and stay for Shavasana. It can be such a good healing practice, legs long, to remind you, you don't have to know what's next. You don't have to always move forward. Right where you are is enough. Spread everything out. Lay it all out. And let go of the breath. Just be. Stay here for as long as you can. And as if you're ready, just stretch your arms. And hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a big hug, just coming back to yourself. Roll to the side, keep the eyes closed. Press yourself up to a comfortable seat. Hands back to the heart and the belly where we started. Place of connection, of coming back to yourself. This place of trust or developing trust. Notice how you feel. Bring the hands to the heart. Take one Om, exhale. And deep breath in. Bring the thumbs to your forehead and take a deep bow of the heart. Namaste. Have a great day.